Well, so long as we're practicing social distancing, I don't see a problem with it. I don't think they could stop us if they tried. We're just paying our respects.
I guess it's hard to keep a good patriot down then.
It certainly is.
David Menzies for Rebel News here in Toronto. Well, folks, I'm standing on the Avenue Road off-ramp for the 401. Now, in recent years, the 401 has developed a nickname, namely the Highway of Heroes. And a tradition started several years ago in which patriotic Canadians lined the bridges spanning the 401, and they pay tribute to any Canadian Forces personnel that has fallen in the course of duty. Now, of course, several days ago we had that horrific helicopter crash in Greece in which presumably 6 servicemen perished. Only the remains of Sub-Lieutenant Abigail Calbro were recovered, and her remains were flown into Canadian Forces Base Trenton earlier today, and the procession goes from Trenton to the west end of Toronto to the Forensic Sciences headquarters for an autopsy. In any event, there was an interesting twist this year. Law enforcement of various levels told the people, the patriots, not to come onto the bridges because, well, yeah, you guessed it, those Wuhan virus safety protocols, they didn't want any kind of violations of social distancing. But as you can see, folks, it's kind of hard to keep a good Canadian patriot down. They're coming out here, they're doing everything they can to maintain proper social distancing, and they are on this bridge to make sure, no matter what, they get to pay their respects to the fallen. Can I ask what brings you out here today?
Pay our respects to those that are fighting for us.
Same thing, just pay tribute to the heroes.
It brings me out here because it's just to remember the fallen from Nova Scotia on the Operation Reassurance, and it's just something to support Canada right now.
I just have so much respect for the armed forces, and we go about our daily lives, and meanwhile, they're out there protecting, Canada. Law
enforcement was trying to put a damper on this. They didn't want people to come to the bridges on the highways of heroes because of the coronavirus safety precautions. How did you feel about that?
I was coming one way or the other. We brought our scooters, so we were going to go wherever we could. I didn't think it was right. I understand, but we're all adults and we all know to keep our safe distance, but we also need to pay our respects to those that have gone before us.
Well, so long as we're practicing social distancing, I don't see a problem with it. I don't think they could stop us if they tried. We're just paying our respects.
I guess it's hard to keep a good patriot down then.
It certainly is.
How do you feel about the fact, ma'am, that 2 years ago our Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, told a veteran that veterans in this country are asking for too much?
Why are we still fighting against certain veterans groups in court? Because they are asking for more than we are able to give right now.
It's not right. The veterans have paved the way for us to be here and be standing here today and safe. They need to be treated nicely.
I don't think they are. We need to take care of them, look after them. They go through a lot so that we have our freedoms, and we should just look after them.
Obviously it's difficult, challenging times, but these people gave the ultimate sacrifice. Paying respects.
Well, folks, so much for the coronavirus and the warnings from the nanny state when it comes to keeping patriots off the bridges spanning Highway 401, a.k.a. the Highway of Heroes. They were determined to come out and pay their respects to Sub-Lieutenant Abigail Calbro, as well as her 5 missing crewmen, Captain Brendan Ian McDonald, Captain Kevin Hagenion, Master Corporal Matthew Cousins, Sub-Lieutenant Matthew Pike, and Captain Maxime Miron Maureen. Nothing was going to keep these folks away from paying their respects. And I have to tell you, Justin Trudeau showed up in Trenton to pay his respects as well. But you have to wonder, is Justin Trudeau's respect for the military dead truly heartfelt, or is it just ceremonial? This is the man, after all, who a few years ago in Edmonton told a veteran that veterans in this country are asking afford too much. Presumably even the ones, such as the list of names I just read off, who paid the ultimate price. Yeah, Justin Trudeau has that to say about the personnel who make up the Canadian Armed Forces, and by the same token, he'll cut a check for 8 figures for terrorists who kill members of the armed forces who are our allies. It's absolutely shocking and perverse. But if you wanted to get a gauge of what real Canadian patriotism is like and what real respect is like for members of the military, you don't have to go any further than one of these bridges spanning the 401 when one of our military personnel indeed pays the ultimate price. For Rebel News, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, have you been treated unfairly by bylaw or law enforcement? Do you have a tale to tell? Well, if so, please go to fightthefines.com. That's fightthefines.com. And if we feel that your story has merit, we will get you represented by a top criminal lawyer to fight that fine, and we'll crowdfund every penny of your legal fees. And if you don't have a story, well folks, by all means, please help us crowdfund these legal fees by once again going to fightthefines.com, and if you can, make a donation. Thank you.